I grew up in the Netherlands. My parents had a dairy farm. I decided at a young age that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a dairyman. My name is Hank Doelman, and we farm in Rochester, Washington, which is on the west side of the Cascades, best place in the United States to live. I got in this area because of my uncle. He was a dairyman. I wanted to come to the United States, but pretty tough to get in. Well, I met this young, lovely lady at our church, and that's how I got my green card. And then Uncle Case, he helped us to get started on this farm. That was in 1978. We raised a large family because we could do it because we had a dairy farm. The best place to raise a family is on a farm. Your kids have freedom, they learn how to work, and they learn about animals, they learn about responsibility, and that is very rewarding. We are milking about 1,450 cows with 24 Lely robots, and we have 200 dry cows on the premises. And our baby calves are raised till 2 months of age here. The type of technology we use is of course, robotic milking. Cows have transponders on, so I can go and look on the computer to see where my sick cows are and what the milk production is. And as you well know, there's lots of challenges on a dairy farm every day. The hardest part of my job at the end of the day probably has been the last 2 years is to balance the budget. The milk price has been low and feed costs are very high. We're always looking for better results, right? We're looking for more milk, better efficiency. The interest in Galaxis Frontier was when Lisa came out, I really got excited. The way she talked about the rumen bugs and how they went about researching the importance of the different rumen microbes, and it really intrigued me, and I totally understood. That made me excited to do a trial. We did half the cows with the product, and then the other half the cows without, and it was fairly easy for us to do because our pens are such that once a cow enters that pen, she stays in that pen till she goes dry. We have daily milk production, and then the Lely robots also give us a fat and protein indication. Yeah, the data show that we increased over 5 pounds of milk, and we were plus on fat and protein. Feed intake was down a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. So we were more efficient. Working with native microbials really was an eye-opener for me because they were there all the time to make sure that the product was mixed properly, that we had product on hand. They came and showed me from time to time what the product was doing, what the effects were in our herd. It wasn't like here, go ahead and throw this in your feed wagon and then we'll come by a year later and check with you. No. They were right on all the time. So that was pretty encouraging. It made me reevaluate the way we were feeding, and actually we're doing a better job feeding now than we did before. What I would say to other dairymen about Galaxis Frontier is give it a try and watch the results.